To welcome Jill Stanley. She's an attorney and founder of Proof with Jill Stanley. Jill was in the courtroom for the Cosby trial up until Tuesday. Jill, what surprised you about the trial in terms of the way the evidence was presented and perhaps the strengths and weaknesses of the prosecution case?
Well, the whole thing was actually such a powerhouse display of lawyering. I have to say that on both sides. I know we've heard people say, oh, it was a 6-minute defense. This was not a 6-minute defense. The defense team came out swinging from the minute that jury took the box. The opening statement for the defense was powerful. The cross-examination was rigorous, was hard. This was a strong, strong defense. So the one thing that I loved about watching this trial and just really being in the courtroom was the strength of the lawyering. And so I would say that, to me, you don't usually see. You don't see such strong lawyering all across the board.
Have you been surprised that the jury seems deadlocked?
Somewhat. I'm going to be honest with you on that. I am somewhat surprised. This is not an easy case. Yes, it is a little old. We know it was brought 2 weeks before the statute ran, so almost 12 years old before it was actually brought. And defense told a good story. The story that they're telling is that this was a romance, this was a relationship, and that there was no crime, really, because there was a relationship, a romantic encounter. And the evidence was strong towards that. There was tons of evidence on the other side showing that it was not, in fact, a romantic relationship. How many romantic interludes do you just leave someone on a couch with your clothing disheveled while the man goes upstairs to sleep and leaves the woman on the couch? Not so romantic to me. I don't know about you. But there were a lot of just really interesting points put out by both sides contradicting romance versus non-consent.
And Andrea Constan, the key witness in this case, how did she hold up as a witness, both for the prosecution and defense?
Honestly, she was fantastic. She and her mother were two of the best witnesses I have ever seen on the stand. And I will say that categorically for every witness on the stand. One witness after another, stronger, clearer, powerful, emotional when appropriate, and very credible. And so when we say, are we surprised by where this jury is? A little bit, because the prosecution witnesses were so strong. And Andrea herself she was the picture of a victim on the stand. She was so clear and confident, and when she didn't know, it was believable that she didn't know. And when she cried, you felt connected to her. And when her mother cried, you felt connected to her. It was quite a moving experience.
Jill Stanley, an attorney and founder of Proof with Jill Stanley. Jill, thanks for doing this for us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.